Hello, my name is Will Clements, and today I will be talking about the article Body Ritual Among the Nasarima by Horace Minor. In this article, Horace Minor does talk about what he portrays as rituals within the American culture. Some of these rituals that he portrays come across as cultish, sadist, and extremely misogynistic through his word choice and of descriptions and of titles that he gives certain people. He takes these regular practices and skews them in ways that does not promote the American culture, making this American culture sound extremely based off of magic, of our medical miracles that we created over time as something of sounding that we believe in magic, and that all of our medical, medical uses are purely magic, and honestly aren't at the best interest of the American people, of the people that are receiving these medical needs. He takes regular practices such as dentistry, therapy, marriage, intercourse, public bathrooms, all of these things, and through his word choices makes it sound terrible for the American culture. I honestly didn't realize that what I was reading, this article that I was reading, was about the American culture. I thought it was talking about some sort of cult within America that was getting away with body mutilation and the promotion of people that believed in magic through medical things such as like magic that is put into holes within teeth and the removal of teeth and mouth doctors. And through his word choices, I couldn't even tell that it was America, that it was just dentistry that he was talking about. I thought it was a completely different thing. And obviously, looking from the outside in at Western culture, the Western culture seems a bit out of whack, especially of how Horace Minor does describe it. Especially looking at something from like a third world country into a first world country, the story is completely different because third world countries aren't used to the benefits of a first world country, such as having dentistries, having therapists, having the use of public bathrooms anywhere you go. And because of that, and Horace Minor's word choice, he does portray American culture in a bad light. Now, looking beyond things such as dentistry and therapy, there are other things that can be skewed because of word choice and because of looking just from the outside in with no more description, no more explanation, such as worship within the Christian religion. Now, worship are, from looking from the outside in the most simplest description, is people standing in large groups around musicians, around a fire, with the accompaniment of musicians, singing songs that they all know somehow, and they are worshiping some sort of omnipotent being that they have never seen in their lives and professing their love for this being. Now, of course, that being is God. And from the outside in, not knowing Christianity, it sounds crazy. It sounds like these people are worshiping magic. And so without more description, without certain word choice, if you cut the line there, Christianity can be looked at as some sort of crazy cult, such as like the KKK, especially if you have something where these people are worshiping around a fire. From pop culture and TV shows, movies, they are normally portrayed. They portray cults as people that dress up and that get into large groups, know certain rituals by heart, gather around fires. Just because of that, drawing lines from pop culture to this specific practice within Christianity, lines can be drawn and miscommunication can happen, and Christianity can be put into a bad light, especially with American culture and how America promotes something that other people might see as a cult. Now, of course, some of these things can be done publicly, so that also puts it into a bad light, that it seems like they're encouraging others to join and kind of pushing an agenda. Now, over time, this has changed. It wasn't always people singing songs that they've memorized by heart out in public, in front of everyone, any day of the week. It started as something that was pretty much only done on Sundays at church within a Christian church, singing psalms from the Bible. And now it's become something that is a full production, I guess, not monopoly, but a full music production empire. Christian music is created by massive artists, music artists now, like Andy Mineo, Lecrae, Elevation Worship, some of these names that can be heard outside of Christianity, but also are Christian-based artists. And starting in something that was only done on Sundays, only done in church, now they have reason to go beyond that, doing it outside in groups created by people that just want to sing worship songs together, to also creating massive concerts with multiple artists only to sing worship music for Christians to come and listen to their music. Looking from the outside in, that seems like a cult movement that is encouraged in America, in American culture, that people are coming into arenas to profess their love to God. And again, that there can be a lot of miscommunication from first sight at this practice, that it's not just a practice now, it's them trying to grow beyond the church on Sundays. Now, these changes over time can be detrimental to the American culture and to the Christian religion, because it seems like it's kind of a cult-ish that is growing beyond what it normally was. But now it can also be seen as something positive, because it is religious expression and there is no harm being done, because in reality, the Christian religion kind of encourages these artists to create new worship songs, to create new ways to profess their love to God. As Reverend Dr. Karen B. Westerfield Tucker talks about, Christian song today transcends boundaries more than ever before, bringing the church lyrically into a greater unity. And because of these new Christian songs and worship practices, Christianity is becoming a stronger religion through song. That is the positive way out of this, and for the Christian religion, and also for the American culture, because the American culture applauds religious expression and religious freedom. And from these new songs and new practices within religion, there can be a lot more understanding of the importance of worship in this religion for the American culture. And maybe just not looking from the outside in, worship can be seen more as something that just seems culty to something more of a staple within the Christian religion, and not as much of a brainwashing element if someone from the outside in might see. And those are my thoughts on everything from the Body Ritual Among by Horace Minor. And thank you for listening.